Welcome, Flyers fans. You're listening to Chris Mayer, Flyers Fan Mania 93 on YouTube.
All right, so Claude Giroux has been traded to the Florida Panthers. The deal is official, yeah, you know, if I'm being honest with you, I really don't like it. I really don't. I think it is a blown opportunity, if I'm being honest with you, because I really do feel like there could have been more here. So let's break everything down. Obviously, Florida doesn't have a first-round pick until 2025, since they traded their 2023 first for Ben Sherratt, and the other one they also traded as well for this year. So the Flyers get their 2024 first-round pick. I'm going to start out with the picks. So the Flyers trade a 2024 fifth-round pick. That goes to Florida. Flyers get the first back. I honestly would have rather preferred that than the 2023 second. So I think that's a good part of this deal, is that they at least got a first-round pick back out of it. Owen Tippett, the Flyers receive, and then they also get a 2023 third-round pick. As for the Panthers, they get Giroux with 50% retained for the Flyers, Connor Bunnaman, German Rupsov, and a 2024 fifth-round pick, like I just mentioned. So that's the full trade. I really don't like it. I really don't. I don't. Tippett wasn't one of the guys that I honestly was looking for. I don't mind Tippett, but he's one of them guys that it's kind of like an Allison type that I don't know if he can kind of stay healthy. And he's a guy that's kind of bounced around the AHL and the NHL since being drafted. He was, 10th overall in 2017. And yeah, I mean, this past year with Florida, 42 games played, 6 goals, 8 assists, 14 points. That's with the Panthers. And then with Charlotte, the Checkers in the AHL, he's got 12 games, 6 goals, 12 assists, 18 points. So he, obviously he's played better in less amount of games. But, he's one of them guys that could change it around with a change of scenery, maybe a different look. I don't know. I still think he's a really, he's a young player that can still change, and I think that's something that you could maybe build on. I'm rooting for him to do that, but I just think there could have been more to this for the Flyers. You could have got a Sam Miskevich type, you could have got a Denisenko, you could have got something else like that, and just the way that everything is going down with the Flyers, you see so many different things, and you hear so many different things, like they could have gotten this, and you hear from Elliot Friedman that Colorado had the best offer. But Giroux wanted to go to the Florida. And now this tweet tonight from Frank Salvary, sources say Giroux notified the Flyers he was only willing to accept the trade of the Panthers. That was his team. The destination of Florida knew that. Then he says, I'm told Flyers never engaged in a conversation with the Avs or any other team. So what happened with the Bruins and the Rangers that was apparently reported, and then Colorado never even engaged in conversation? Like, I'm very confused here. So I don't know if that's true. I don't know if anybody else can back that up or anything like that. Obviously, we don't know what the deal is, but it's weird because the Flyers, again, they go and Mayhew's put on waivers. Fitzgerald is put on waivers. They're clearing up spots, so that's 2 spots, right? Then you trade Giroux, Bunnaman, and Rupsov. That's 5 spots in total. Forster getting sent down to the OHL doesn't open up a spot, but those 5 do, contract-wise. So there has to be, like, I'm just still in shock that no other player besides Tippett came here. And I understand it's a rental. There's different things with the market. Obviously, there's term on other players like Hagel that got 2 firsts and is on a great deal. He's at, I think, $1.2 million. There's so many different things there. But when you sit there and you look at this and it's like you only got 1 roster player out of this, didn't even get a prospect or anything, it's just really hard for me to actually sit here and say, yeah, I like that, when that's not, you know what I mean? Because the whole thing this whole time was, I was like, I thought it was Florida. I just had the feeling that it was the Panthers. And when you do that and you clear up all these spots and this and that, it's very weird to me. Like, the Flyers obviously have more things coming. Like, you don't just free up all them spots for no reason. As for Bunneman and Rubtsov, I don't think those guys were going to be any part of the plan moving forward. Bunneman may be fourth line depth, Rubtsov no. And it sucks because Rubtsov had a lot of talent, and Rubtsov was one of them guys really good defensively, always. And offensively, he had the game. And obviously, since being injured, he never really was able to kind of get that. So Bunneman could be one of them guys, depth guy for Florida, things like that. And obviously the Flyers throw in the fifth, but to retain half of the salary and only get one player back, a first, and a third, and maybe it's different on Florida's perspective. It's like now we don't have a first till 2025, but they're going all in for a Stanley Cup. I just really don't understand how the Flyers didn't get something else out of this. You only got one roster player and 2 picks. I don't know. It's really weird to me because you see all these different things. Obviously, Giroux was the main thing. If he was only going to accept the trade to Florida. So obviously that played a part in it, and good for him because I hope he goes and wins a cup in Florida because there seriously wasn't much else here the Flyers could have really given Jay. But let me know your guys' thoughts below. Claude Giroux is a Florida Panther, and it's a sad day in Philadelphia because when you really sit there and look at it, it's a completely blown opportunity. His entire tenure completely blown. So let me know what you guys think below. And remember, SeatGeek, Garrett Group Construction. Check those out in the description. Same thing with the merchandise link. That will always be there as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you all again soon.